Hey guys, got another Star Wars figure review for you today. I said I'd be doing an Obi-Wan figure next, so here he is. Um, this figure is a re-release of a figure that was released in the Saga Legends for the 30th anniversary collection. It's pretty much the same figure, I think. So it does have the same neck problem, and I'll go over that here in a minute. But when I said I was going to try to fix the figure, what I meant was I was going to get another figure and sort of kit bash the parts together. And I'll just quickly show you the packaging first, I guess. In case you want to read anything on the back. So the package is about a 9, but here's the figure that I got to kit bash with this figure. And I never could find this figure in the stores. I don't know why, but I gave up after a while. I managed to get this one brand spanking new for $6 total, so I'm very pleased with that. But here is this figure. And the problem with this figure is the head. They did not make the what is it? I'm trying to think of the ball socket, deep enough into the head, so it's really shallow and it doesn't snap onto the neck very good. And I mean, it holds, but it doesn't go as far as it does on this figure, the way it's supposed to. So it kind of, you know, falls off easy. I mean, I could just sit here and push it off. It's that easy. You know, well, one more push and it's gone. See? So that's a problem. It just doesn't even look that pretty when you're looking at it from the back. I mean, it just looks weird. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, the giraffe Jedi or something. So basically, I just got this figure to swap the heads, and it works pretty well because it is the same body that's on this one, basically. And this head sculpt actually looks more like Obi-Wan in my opinion, so it works out pretty good. Anyways, the main differences between this Obi-Wan figure and this one, they're based on this one's based on this body, but it's got some retooling and tweaks, I guess. By the way, you want to notice that this comm link, or the communication, uh, whatever it's called, fits on his head a little better than it does on this one. That's because this head is a little thicker than this one. So this is probably going to be the one I use in my Jedi Starfighter, uh, which I have. I just haven't had time to review. I got it a while back though. It's the one he uses when he goes to Utapau to confront Grievous. It's the blue one. Anyways, the main differences is the skirt for the front is the same basically. The color difference of the two suits. This one's a little darker, I think. This one's more of a peach light, I guess. And the boots are a lighter color. The main difference on the paint on the belt, though, is there's a lot of detail on the new one, on this one. But the big difference is in the basically the hip area, because the skirt now is cloth on this one, and instead of swivel hips on this one, instead of swivel hips like on this one, the new one has ball hinged hips, which works awesomely. And you can have him fighting the newly turned Anakin Skywalker with all kinds of poses. But his articulation is, he's got a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed torso, which works really well because he's the Obi-Wan pilot, so he has to sit in the cockpit with a little more ease than other figures. He has, of course, the swivel hands, and then he has, of course, the ball jointed hips, ball jointed knees, and then ball jointed ankles. So he's very articulated. Probably one of the most articulated figures out there. I really like this figure now. That one, not this one. This one will just be the guinea pig for the look, I guess, of having a figure in the Jedi Starfighter. But like I said, this is a really nice figure. I absolutely love it now. It's a little too much work for, for trying to get an Obi-Wan figure. It's a little too much work to try to get him the way I wanted him, because I didn't really like it when I opened this one. I was kind of upset, but I'm pretty happy now. By the way, the Obi-Wan pilot figure came with the lightsaber, the same that this one comes with. In case you're wanting to get that figure yourself and you're like, hey, does it come with a lightsaber? So it does come with a lightsaber. So yeah, I think this figure is a lot better than the one you actually buy at the store. I really don't like the way the head for that one is. So I'm going to go ahead and rate it. The one I bought at the store is probably, if you like Obi-Wan, he's probably an 8. If you don't like him as much as most people, it's probably about a 7.5. But I do like Obi-Wan, so that's why I wanted to try to fix the figure, and I did. Very happy with it. Kind of get you a pose. I got a couple more minutes to spare. So that's my review for this Obi-Wan figure. I definitely recommend, if you have this Obi-Wan pilot figure, to swap the heads, because it's so much nicer having a super articulated Obi-Wan with the better head sculpt, in my opinion. And he doesn't want to stand now. But almost forgot to show you the clone weapons. The Saga Legends Legacy Collection figures come with clone weapon packs. Some of them come painted, some of them don't. I was lucky enough to get a couple of packs of these that are painted. And what you have here basically is some kind of big blaster. I don't know what it's called. Some type of sniper, I guess, long-range weapon. The DC, I think it's 15 blaster, DC 15. And then you have the DC 15 heavy blaster, I think that's what it's called. And it's got the brown buttstock. Then you have the droid blaster. And lastly, the DC 17, I think that's what it's called, DC 17 blaster pistol. That about covers the clone weapons, and that should about cover the review. Later.